Have you ever scolded your cat for knocking over a glass or scratching the sofa, only for them to sneak back a few minutes later and gently rub against your leg? It is so easy to look at those big, innocent eyes and think, they know they did wrong. They are saying sorry. But what if I told you that cats do not feel guilt, and they have absolutely no moral concept of right or wrong? When your cat approaches you after a tense moment, they are not apologizing in the way humans do. However, what they are actually trying to tell you is driven by a survival instinct and a profound display of pack bonding that is far more meaningful than a simple "I'm sorry." If you have been thinking your cat feels bad for their behavior, you might be missing their true message entirely. Let's uncover what they are really trying to communicate. You have almost certainly experienced this. After raising your voice because your cat knocked over your favorite plant, they suddenly want to rub against your hand or stare at you from across the room. It is completely natural for us to project our own human emotions onto them, assuming that these sweet gestures are their way of saying, "I know I was bad, please forgive me." However, viewing your cat through a human lens often causes us to misunderstand their behavior and miss their actual attempts at repairing the bond. In this video, we are going to decode 7 specific signals your cat uses to make peace and restore harmony with you. Based on feline behavioral research and everyday practical observations, we will explore how cats actually communicate. Are we still okay? Without ever feeling a shred of human guilt. The way you respond to these hidden messages can either rebuild their trust or accidentally push them away. And it all starts with the very first signal, which usually happens from a distance, and is incredibly easy for owners to miss entirely. The first sign, the slow blink from a distance when the atmosphere in the room is tense, after you have just scolded your cat. You might notice them sitting in a far corner, just staring at you. Suddenly, they close their eyes very slowly and open them again. It is incredibly easy to mistake this for them just being sleepy or, worse, glaring at you defiantly. Many owners completely ignore this subtle gesture. However, a 2020 study from the University of Sussex confirmed that the feline slow blink is the equivalent of a human Duchenne smile. A genuine, positive smile. By narrowing their eyes, they are intentionally breaking a hard stare, which in the animal kingdom is a sign of aggression. Your cat is essentially testing the waters from a safe distance. They are asking, "Are you still angry? I don't want any conflict." They are trying to de-escalate the tension without risking getting too close to a frustrated human. The best way you can respond is to soften your posture and slowly blink back at them. This communicates that you are no longer a threat. Once they see you are calm and have accepted this visual olive branch, they will often feel confident enough to move closer, which leads us directly to the second sign. The second sign, head bunting and scent marking after a successful slow blink exchange. Your cat might timidly walk up to you and gently rub their cheeks or forehead against your hand or shin. Because cats do this all the time when they want food, we often misunderstand this behavior as them just being demanding or begging for a treat right after doing something wrong. But in the context of a recent conflict, this behavior known as bunting has a much deeper psychological meaning. Behavioral researchers have observed that cats have scent glands on their cheeks and forehead that release comforting pheromones. In feral feline colonies, cats constantly rub against each other to create a shared family scent. When you yelled at them, the environment became stressful and unfamiliar. By bunting you, your cat is desperately trying to re-establish that familial scent and erase the tense atmosphere. They are saying, "You are still my family. Let's make this space feel safe again." When they do this, do not reach out to grab them or pick them up too quickly. Simply hold your hand still and let them initiate the physical contact naturally until they feel secure. However, what if they approach you but refuse to look at you? That brings us to a highly misunderstood third behavior. The third sign, the approach and sit turning their back sometimes. After a disagreement, your cat will come close to you, jump on the couch, but then immediately sit down with their back or side facing you. It looks exactly like they are giving you the cold shoulder. Many owners feel slightly offended by this, thinking the cat is being stubborn or ignoring them out of spite. If you view this through a human lens, it looks like an insult. But in feline psychology, survival instinct dictates that a cat must never ever turn their back on a potential threat. By voluntarily turning away from you while staying in your personal space, your cat is performing an extreme act of vulnerability. They are deliberately lowering their defenses and exposing their blind spot to prove their absolute trust in you. It is a powerful de-escalation tactic meant to show that they have zero intention of fighting. They are hoping this display of submission will calm your anger, If their ears are relaxed and their body is not stiff, you can gently stroke their back to let them know their trust is well placed. If this is helping you understand your cat better, take a second to like this video and subscribe. And stay until the final sign, because it is often the one owners misunderstand the most, even though it is the most profound way your cat tries to heal your bond. The fourth sign, bringing a gift. Have you ever been frustrated with your cat, only for them to trot over a few minutes later and drop a crinkle ball or a toy mouse right at your feet? It is easy to feel annoyed, thinking they are completely ignoring the fact that you were just mad and selfishly want to play. But in the wild, resource sharing is a fundamental way cats maintain harmony within a colony. Sharing a catch is a gesture of goodwill. Your cat is offering you an olive branch in the form of a toy. They are initiating an activity that usually brings both of you joy to reset the emotional balance in the room. They are effectively saying, "Let's play, we are good now, right?" Refusing to acknowledge this gift can make them feel rejected. The best way to accept their apology is to engage with them and play for just 5 minutes. This shared activity quickly rebuilds their confidence in your relationship. If they do not bring a toy, they might try to use their own body to fix things, which is our fifth sign. The fifth sign, grooming you. This often happens if a play session gets out of hand and your cat accidentally scratches or bites you too hard. You might pull your hand back and say, "Ouch," sharply. Almost immediately, your cat might step forward and start licking your hand or arm. We might brush this off thinking they just like the salty taste of our skin. However, behavioral research shows that mutual grooming, known as allogrooming, stimulates the release of oxytocin, the love hormone for both the groomer and the one being groomed. Your cat realizes that they caused you pain or distress, and they are using their most intimate social tool to soothe the physical and emotional rift. They are actively trying to comfort you and say, "Let me fix this. I am taking care of you." Unless their tongue is irritating a fresh scratch, do not yank your hand away immediately. Let them lick you a few times so they can complete this natural ritual of reconciliation before you gently pull back. While grooming is physical, the sixth sign is purely vocal and incredibly sweet. The sixth sign, the trill or soft meow as the tension in the house begins to fade. Your cat might walk past you and let out a short, high-pitched, vibrating sound. A trill, it sounds almost like a rolled R, or a soft chirp. Because cats meow for so many reasons, it is easy to assume they just want food or attention. But a trill is very specific. It is a purely positive vocalization. Mother cats use this exact sound to affectionately greet their kittens and tell them to follow her. Unlike a loud, demanding meow, a trill is never used in conflict or when a cat is stressed. When your cat trills at you after a stressful event, it is a gentle, affectionate check, and it translates to, "Hey, everything is okay between us now, right?" It is a sign of immense relief on their part. You should always respond to a trill with a soft, warm voice. A simple "Hi buddy" spoken gently is all they need to hear to know the storm has completely passed. If a trill is not enough, some cats will go all. And for the seventh and final sign, the final sign, purring while invading your space. This is the ultimate act of feline reconciliation, yet it can feel overwhelming. You might be sitting on the sofa, still feeling a bit annoyed when your cat climbs right onto your chest, buries their face in your neck, and begins to purr aggressively loud. Many owners mistake this for the cat just being clingy or demanding immediate physical affection, sometimes pushing them away because they need space. But science tells us something incredibly beautiful about feline purring. The frequencies of a cat's purr, between 25 and 150 Hz, have been scientifically proven to lower blood pressure, reduce stress, and even promote tissue healing. When your cat does this after a fight, it is the deepest level of repair they can offer. They are not just self-soothing, they are actively trying to use their own biological healing energy to calm you down and regulate your heartbeat. They are wrapping you in a blanket of safety. Pushing them away at this vulnerable moment can severely damage their trust. Instead, wrap your arms around them and hold them gently. When a cat offers you their healing purr, all is forgiven, and your bond is completely restored. Whether it is offering a slow blink from across the room, exposing their back to show absolute trust, or using their healing purr to calm your heart rate. Your cat's behavior is never about human guilt. Understanding your cat is not just about decoding their actions. It is about respecting their unique, silent language. They do not know how to say, "I am sorry." But their primitive instinct to protect your bond is so much more genuine than words. After a little disagreement, which of these gentle peace offerings makes you forgive your cat the fastest? Let me know in the comments. If you learned something new about how your cat speaks to you, subscribe for more quiet truths about feline behavior. And if you want to know the everyday habits that secretly make your cat lose trust in you, click on the next video, because some of them look completely harmless.